Hello chickens, welcome to my channel. Always lovely to have you here today. I hope that you're excited to make a real little project for the very first pages of our Christmas journal. As you know, I'm using my own Christmas kit. It's called A Vintage Christmas. We've put together our 2 signatures so far. If you've missed any of those videos, please click onto the link in the description box below this video. Click on the more just below, and a whole wealth of information drops down. You'll see a playlist there. You'll find all the kits I'm using, the links to my website shop where you can buy them if you're wanting to, and yeah, the playlist gives you all the previous videos linked to this journal project. Right, so today we are going to put in the same sort of project into each of the signatures, but they look different because I've used different goodies. But yeah, I have gathered some little bits of embroidered rickrack here. So I've got a red and a green. These all come from my ultimate bundle. They're available in my website shop. I've got a few left there. Some of the lace bits, the red and the green, I've cut out 2 sort of circle shapes from my die cuts using cardstock. So this is the glitter one and the green that I shared with you before. I'm going to use 2 of the circles, so the snowman and the front door. I've got a couple of the what do you call these, sentiments. I've got 4 little different greens from the garden greens and the holiday greens from the die cuts, and 2 of my fussy cut hollies there. Right, so I'm just going to put those to the side. The paper I'm using today come from my background papers for Vintage Christmas. I've got the one with the trees, and then I've got the one with the mistletoe. All right, so that's what I'm going to use, and then other bits and pieces from the add-on and ephemera kit as we go along. Right, so the first thing that you need to do is I've cut this one. I cut half the page, so you've got to double the size. I've cut it in half. The measurement for this is 15 centimeters or 6 inches. There or thereabouts, guys. All right, so it really it's just slightly shorter because if you're using an A4, it'll be half of that. And if you're using the US letter, I would just measure it to about 6 inches that way. All right. And then this way, I just left the extra bit on. I didn't cut that one the same because the trees would have been the wrong way around. I did it at first, and then I realized that wasn't going to work. So the other one, I took the page and cut it this way. All right, so this one measures 7 and just short of 7 1/4 that way, and 6 inches that way. All right, so 7 1/4 is, I think that's just about 18 centimeters, there or thereabouts. Yeah, 18.2. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Now this one I've just left it on. You can cut it off. I'm just going to stick the extra flap. It's just slightly longer, and the extra length I'm just folding over, only because it was the one I did first. And if you've got an extra piece, we're going to make that, stick that down just to reinforce that edge, because we will have a pocket there. All right, so now that I've confused you already, we'll get going. Right, so at the end of the day, you want these 2 pieces like this, and I have folded them in half. Okay, so that's what we've done. Really simple. Take your bone folder, ink all around them, and fold them in half. They're not going to be pockets. We're going to make page wraps with them. All right, so just decide. It makes no difference, but you need one facing this side, one facing that one. I'm going to use the bit where I've got the extra piece of paper to go behind, and the other bit in the front. All right, I'm going to decorate these first. So you want the fold, for the trees especially, to be on the right hand side, okay, for both of them. This isn't a one directional design, so any which way works. All right, so that's how it is. The fold is on the right, the opening on the left. Okay, and then what I've taken are my little pockets that come from my add-on kit. Okay, I'm going to stick that one on there. And I've got another one for the other side, if I can find it. Here it is. Okay, I've got this one that I'm going to use on there. All right, so I'm going to keep it slightly lower because I want to put a tag in there. And I'm going to just take my glue and put the glue on as close to the edge as you can. My glue gun's working today. I've sorted it out. I had a blockage in there. I think I left the top off too long. It's my own fault. Right, so there we go. And I want to just get that sort of here. So it's about a 1/2 inch off the bottom really. So there's the first one. And we'll do exactly the same with the second one. So how's everybody been? I hope that you're getting in the Christmas spirit with all the Christmas things going on. I see Rach has launched her Christmas collaboration, which is fab. I will be taking part in that. It starts next month, the 1st of November. So that's exciting, isn't it? So we will be doing that. Right, let's put that down like that. There we go. Right, so we've got those two stuck on, which is pretty easy. Now, I do want to take my fabric glue. I want to put some lace on there. So that's where the green and the red are coming into play. So I'm going to keep this one pretty green, I think. I'm just going to cut it to size. So let's just see. We want it over there. And this one we'll keep red. And we'll cut it over there. All right, put those in the reindeer's antler. Okay, so this is Fabri-Tac in here, or 3-in-1 beacon, whatever you use for your fabric glue. And I'm going to just stick this toward the bottom of this little pockety goodie, like that. Now this is a really good and simple page wrap idea for beginners, because often I use envelopes to do this, but I thought today we will do this with paper and keep it really simple. And of course this can you can do this with any theme, any design of paper that you have. So really easy to do. Right, let's get that down and stuck across the bottom there. Okay, I think as well I was going to put on 1 or 2 little sentiments. So I've got hope. These come from my ephemera and add-on kit, which is 1 kit. I'm going to put the hope over there, I think. Let's do that. Like this, really easy. This glue gun does make it easy, doesn't it? Right, so we'll just stick that over there like that. And then special delivery. It's hiding. I've got everything lined up here next to me to make it quick and simple. Right, because the Christmas presents are under there, I thought I'd have special delivery on that one. Let's take that out of the way. So I thought that was good. And I love the deep red of this. Right, so there we go. And special delivery it is. Straight across there. Okay, so you got your little pockets ready. We'll come back to that. Then we want to turn that over. Let's just put those up there for a second. What I've done now is I have grabbed these 2 background pages. I have measured 3.5 inches across. I think that's about 10 centimeters. 9 centimeters, and 3.5 that way. This way it is 5.5 inches, 14.2 centimeters. Okay, so that's what I've done there. And the red and the gold, so these are the same, just different colors. And then I've just folded them in half. All right, I'm just going to take my glue stick and glue these together like that. Just get it on the edge. So there's the one. and then you can just give that a little bit of a distress on the edges. Just gets rid of the white, which I'm not a fan of. Right, actually I prefer that side. Right, so just get that distressed up there. All right, and then exactly the same with the other. So it's just like this. Close it up, decide which side you want, probably the other. Yeah, I quite like that edge there. And then I'm going to just get some distress ink on there and just take away those white little edges that show themselves. Right, there we go. All right, so now what I want to do with these is I want to put on some rickrack. So I'm going to use the green rickrack, the embroidered rickrack. I'm going to just get it sort of in the center here as best I can. Okay, and then we can just cut that off there and there. All right, and exactly the same for the other one. So I've got the red for this one, and we'll do exactly the same. Right, and then what I did was I had two sentiments. So I thought I'd put joy on, joy, just like that, and then the Merry Christmas. I'm going to stick joy onto the red one, and then Merry Christmas onto the green. Right, so I've been having the most wonderful time the last 2.5 weeks with my mum, bless her. We've had a lot of laughs and a lot of reminiscing, had some lovely meals together and just enjoyed each other's company, lots of hugs, and you know, it was really lovely. And yeah, tomorrow going with her back onto the train. I'm going to take her back to Heathrow, so she'll be going home. So very sad tomorrow. So making most of today. Right, so here we've got this little cutout. I'm going to stick, what am I going to put on there? The snowman? Oh no, I'm going to put on the little house. No, is it like that? The snowman's going on this one. Make up my mind. Right, so this is just a piece of cardstock. You could use any piece of paper as well, and cut out using a punch or whatever it is that you have. And now this is playing up again. It doesn't want to work. So I'm just going to use what I have right next to me here. So we'll just put this on. So I'm just getting the glue close to the edges. And we'll stick that onto, this is the Swiss dot one. And I gave you all the details for it in my first video for this. I'm going to stick that on there. Now I am going to put some little die cuts on here, so that's why I'm quite mindful of getting it sort of central, which is about there. Okay, I like to use my pencil just to give me some guidance. Right, so also we don't want to get the glue over the edge here. We're making a little belly band. So let's just keep the glue in the middle of the lines that I've just drawn. And that will help save me sticking it to the page, not having a belly band. Right, so that's how I do that. Now, when you do it again, you can see where you've gone, like that. And then before I press it down, I made a little, this one's going on here, Angela. So after all your hard work, I almost put it on the wrong thing. There's my little mark. Almost. I heard you shouting, guys, so thank you for that. There we go. Perfect. All right. And then the gold one will go with the front door circle. These are in my And he said admin. Add-on and ephemera kit, which is one kit. Digital, if you're wanting printed, I do printed as well. If you don't have a printer or you prefer someone else to print it out. I did print this out on best quality so that it's nice and vibrant for Christmas. Right, let's get that lined up there again. And the middle would be sort of there. So again, I'm going to make my little mark, turn it over, there and there, and then that way it's easy to do. Yeah, so I'm going to be all on my own sim from Thursday. Yeah, it has been wonderful seeing her though. Right, so now there's my little mark over there, and we want to just get that straight. There we go, I can see the lines. And there's our little belly band. So all we want to do now is get on a couple of these little bits and pieces. Okay, so you can see I've just stuck on one there and a little sprig there. You can cut off a little sprig if you don't have a small die, and a holly I've put on there, and there you can see the same thing, a bigger one, a smaller one. Yeah, and then I'm just going to stick the holly, fussy cut holly, like that. Okay, so there's our little belly bands. So we're going to take this one now, and I'm going to just use the glue and put a strip of glue there, a strip of glue there, like that, and we're going to get it onto the back here. So I'm just gauging where the sort of middle edge is, there and there. All right, and then the same for this one, a little bit there. There we go. So we've got our little pocket on the front and our little belly band over there. All right, so now I've got my signature. Here's the first one. Well, this is signature number 2, and we've got our first page over there like that, with our lace page in. If you're wanting to see how I've put these together, that was my last video in the playlist. All right, they are in order, and then on the first signature we've got that with the red like that. Okay, so it's just a case of deciding what we want where. So I thought we could put this green one with the red and the red one with the gold. How does that sound? Right, so let's take that one out the way. We'll put it there. Now you've got your bit like this, really folded in half. Now on this side, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just lift that up and I'm going to slide it into place like that. Okay, hold the underneath so you've got it right up against the edge of your page. Open that up, and now you're able to put your glue on. No glue at the top, just at the side, so hold your hand steady. All right, and while we've got it still, make sure it's tucked against the edge. You can fold that down and try not to get the glue on your hand like me. Right, so there's that, and then on this side it's easier now because it's glued in place on the other page. We want the opening on this side. Okay, so we'll open that up, and we just want glue down here and here, like that, and you're going to close that up. Okay, there and there. Just hold that for a second or two. All right, so let's move on to the other one like that for a minute. Let's get this one exactly the same. So that goes, I can lift the page up, that is. All right, tuck it at the bottom like that, more towards the bottom as you can see, right to the edge, and again you want the top open, so you just want glue down here and here, just those two sides, right, and get it down. See, things always work better the second time, huh? Where you are more aware that the glue is going to go on your hand. Then we're going to turn it over like that. There we go, and open that up. We are going to put glue down the side and glue down the side. Oh. And there we go. So we just hold that in place for a while. My hands are dead. So excuse the funny gluing. All right. Right, so that one's going to do its thing so long. I'm loving it already. We'll come back to you. Let's go back to the one we just did. Okay, so we have now got two pockets here. We've got one there and one here. Right, so for this pocket, I've got this tag, which I've put in the little trees ribbon. We're going to slide that in there. Okay. Then the pocket behind, I've taken the bingo card and I've just, you don't have to stitch it if you don't have a machine. You can just glue the ribbon in a little loop like that. And I've put it on the bingo card, which is going to go in there. All right. So there's that side done. Then on this side, we have got this little card, which I've added the tartan ribbon and also stitched around. You see at the back there. But again, you can just glue it on. That's going to go in here like that, into that little pocket. Then we've got our little belly band, and I've taken my small little envelope and one of the little decorations. I back all of mine onto the same paper. All right, and I'm going to put that in there like that. All right, so that's what we've got for that one, and nice and flat. Okay, and then for this one, same procedure, different goodies. We've got our little pocket over here and our pocket over there. So I've got this tag with the, because it says special delivery, I've gone with the steam locomotive, and that's going to go in there. And then I've taken the other bingo card and putting that in there. I just turned that ribbon's green on the underside, gold on the top, so you're able to use both sides with different effects. And we're going to turn that over like that. And here we've got the other little mini envelope, the red one. I'm going to put this Merry Christmas little nutcracker card in there and tuck that into the belly band like that. And then we've got this one with a bit of tartan on the side because it had some blues and reds and I quite fancied that. And we're going to tuck that one in just over there, and the ribbon will just help you get it out. And there we have today's little project. How adorable is that? So I'm going to just turn this back for a moment just so that you can see them both. And there we go. That's it, guys. How simple was that? Go and give it a go, because I know you want to, and I know you're going to enjoy it. It's not too tedious and great in any theme, as I say. So even if you're not a Christmas fan, you can do this in any theme journal whatsoever. All right, everyone, go and have a wonderful, wonderful day. I will see you on Friday. I'm going to go and have a lovely cup of tea and cake with my mum, the last one for the week, and send her off on her way tomorrow. So I will see you on Friday with another lovely little project. If you're still looking for any of the kits, they are available in my shop. You can find them in my website shop. I don't have Etsy anymore. All the details are in my description box below this video, or alternatively you can go and click on www.angelakerrdesigns.com and look in the new this month, and you'll find everything there. Take good care of yourselves now, guys. Stay well. Bye-bye.